Because magic for recovery isn't like universal. Some just recover really fast if they have like follow-ups.
Right.
All right, so we got Bacon versus Alt Manners. If it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be like the same characters as far as it's gonna be King and Josie probably.
That would be interesting, but let's see if he pulls out the Kazuya. Let's see who's on what side. So we're gonna. Oh, you were right. All right, so we're here, King and Josie, Mishima Dojo.
So there's gonna be like a shift of like character playstyles. Like Soul, I see him play King. He plays really defensive and really compact. I didn't get much data from Manners, but we'll have to see in these FT5 sets.
So we'll see. Obviously, the first game they're probably going to be feeling it out, trying to get a read on each other. Already late on the DF1-2 punish, but he does get the counter hit launcher, which will take him to the wall. Drops the combo though.
Ends with a CD3. I see a lot of people doing that. I don't know if it's real though.
I'm not sure either.
It shows up after the health bar fades away.
Can we talk about how this man just key charged? Well, it's the first round, even though he got a perfect, so Manners needs to show up now. But counter hit CD3. And 2 down back fours, so it's going to be one of those kinds of sets.
Does Josie even have an online low?
CD3 maybe?
I wouldn't say it's online. You can react to the crouch dash, but like the mix-up is like...
Yeah, there's a mix-up to it. Wait, isn't it DF3-4? I think that's the really... She has like a really slow low. But it does have an extension to it.
Alright, Bacon's really feeling it now.
Another CD3.
While sending 1-2, but no combo.
So... And we're seeing a lot more passive play out of Manners, because it's not like Bacon is being hyper-aggressive.
Yeah.
But he looks a little too apprehensive to kind of get his own offense started either. And he's not whip punishing quite as cleanly as Soul did in his set, so he's losing a lot of damage that way as well. So, CD2, normal hit. Doesn't confirm while standing 2-2, because you can confirm that on hit, guys. But the normal 2-throw kills.
I think that was a Shining Wizard attempt. Which you can tech in Tekken 7, the 2-throw with 1.
Yeah, because of the new generic throw break changes, which is whack. But hop kicks, the FF2, what is it, FF2? Well, and a low get up kick. Drops the combo again.
Oh, no Shining Wizard. I think I'm a little behind.
Probably.
FF1.
But Switch Dance 2 takes it, and a key charge from Bacon to start off this set. So it's going to be one of those.
Yeah. And for people who don't know, like Josie's like main real Switch Dance transition is like DF4. And I believe 2-4 on hit.
She also has 1-2-4.
1-2. Is that natural?
I think so.
But yeah, if Josie players like to do 1-2-4 and down 3-4, you can't really press buttons there. But those strings don't particularly. So on block, like the main annoying thing is mainly like just DF4.
Yeah, but also because it can be hard to react to. Like 2-4 is definitely hard to react to online, but none of those other string transitions jail. So 1-2-4 you can always duck, 2-4 you can duck, down 3-4 you can duck. So she can get launched in between those each time. So.
Okay. I didn't notice. Palm215 is in the chat. The other lead player of PA. Note how I put emphasis on one of the words.
What's going on? For everyone just joining the chat. Actually, let me fix this. Sorry. Put this there. So what changes do you think Manners needs to make?
Manners needs to be more calm. I don't think he knows much about like Josie's like switch stance transitions. They're not really that scary. You can just block them. Because like the switch stance low is what, -2 on hit. You can still mash afterwards, but it's not advised. You can probably incorporate some sidesteps because Josie is like an overall pretty linear character. Like sidestep guard blows her up a lot. Like you can sidestep guard DF2, you can sidestep guard DF1 like consistently, and she whiffs a lot of the time.
And King actually gets good punishes off of those with back 1 too. So, and even range considered, so that definitely is a point in his favor. But which way for the chat's knowledge, which way would you recommend sidestepping against Josie?
You don't step a character a specific way. You step specific moves.
Well, for the most part, like given what her basic toolkit is.
It really depends on the player and what moves they like to use. If they like to use DF4 a lot, you gotta go for sidestep right. If they like using generics like DF1 and I guess DF2, I believe you can step DF2 to the left. It has a very weird hitbox. It's been basically nerfed to the ground.
Yeah, I just wish they would make it more punishable. But anyway, we're here in game 2. Bacon had some good position at the wall here.
Alright, he's keeping him in check with strings that I don't think Manners knows about.
So another high that isn't ducked. So, but he does get the nice counter hit combo, takes him to the wall.
Yeah, 3-3 isn't really natural. I've noticed that. But
no,
like the
it isn't.
duck window is pretty small.
But I don't think there's a mix-up to it, so
yeah,
you can pretty much duck it every time.
Yeah, Fakumram has actually a full mix-up out of that.
He has a full mix-up for almost all of his strings, which is unusual for any character in the game, really. So we're not going to talk about him. Gets the tackle. And that is a weird option for Oki. I'm pretty sure that was a missed input, but we have the switch stance 1 for counter hit. And it's also pretty interesting because Bacon's not really optimizing his combos. He's just kind of letting his pressure take over for him. And Manners isn't really challenging.
Yeah. A lot of people who don't have never played against Josie before, like they find her like really annoying to fight against. Like she's a nightmare like versus if you're a beginner and you're fighting against Josie, she's like a nightmare to fight against.
Yeah, agreed. But at the same time, you can't just let her, have her way with you like he's letting her do right now. Like at least maybe challenge with Jad's DF1, safer generic tools like down 4. So we'll see if Manners will, maybe he can also maybe like switch his playstyle entirely, right, and maybe not be so defensive and just maybe throw the kitchen sink in the other direction, just so that maybe give Bacon something to think about instead of the opposite.
Some raw hope kicks, maybe.
Hope kicks. Do something crazy like hope kick duck while standing 2-2. Okay, please don't do that.
That's some like tag 2 strats, man. That's like advanced.
Those aren't even tag 2 strats. That's just online strat, really.
I mean, King's hop kick's pretty easy to punish. Like it recovers pretty slowly. There's some like notables, like AK's hop kick recovers really quick. Jin's and was it Law? All of them have like hop kicks that recover like really fast on block and on whiff.
I mean, true, but they're all still the same on block, so people still fail to punish it, no matter how slow it is.
Blitz is just expressing his distaste in Law in the chat.
I mean, Law is okay. basically you're not playing against top tier law if you can't DSS cancel like you're supposed to get all of this damage and all of this pressure. So
Yeah, and I think you could pretty much play Law with like 5 buttons. He's a pretty interesting character. Like his DF2 is really interesting. Down vector is really interesting.
he has a lot of moves to keep him in the game, but here we are. Game 3. So we do see some more buttons out of Manners, so that's definitely in his favor. Gets the down back too, so but
We
he
get the comp.
drops the combo. Can't miss opportunities like that, especially when you're behind the curve like you are in the set. Gotta make sure you're getting everything you can. And a nice 1-2 and a nice 10-frame punish on that. So Bacon looks like he's steamrolling in this set.
Like a counter hit out of the forward 1. He's just getting pushed to the corner with jabs and just tiny pokes, and he's getting counter hit with magic 4. So the options he's choosing are kind of limited. Like he's using a lot of fast options that are slightly linear.
And he's able to put him in these guessing situations that, you know, Manners hasn't really been able to guess right at any point. So makes it very hard to kind of get anything started. So a lot more jab pressure coming out of Bacon too. So
yep. Watch JDCR's one jab seminar. He's learning.
Oh yeah, that was really good too. So jab to start pressure because mostly every jab in the game is +1. Jabs are also like one of the fastest moves in the game at 10 frames, so you can also cut off the opponent's pressure as well. So equal use offensively and defensively. So jabs are really important in this game.
Not as much on Asuka.
Listen, man. If she had a good jab, she'd be too powerful. But that is going to be 3-0 for Bacon, kind of running away with this set. So maybe next week, maybe we'll have Soul against Bacon next week and have the two winners duke it out. But, you know, the set's not over. Manners still has a chance to get in this. So
yeah. Going back to like how Bacon was bullying Manners, he was using a lot of jabs. So maybe if like Manners opted in for like down back 3s or maybe like generic down 4s to stop the pressure, because King doesn't. Oh, host is left.
Oh, okay. Communication error. All right. PC doing great. All right. Let me
So
do
Manners can optimize his playstyle to do a lot or do slightly more high crushes because he's relying a lot of magic 4s, 1-2s, and jab. So I think down back 3 is a good choice because it's really high reward, even though it's high risk.
Yeah. And power crushes.
I wouldn't say power crushes because jabs, like on most characters can just do jab and guard.
Well, in this particular situation, right? It's not like Bacon has too much regard for his opponent's defensive choices. He's just kind of hitting whatever buttons he wants right now, and why shouldn't he if he's not really being contested? So a power crush may be able to work maybe 1 or 2 times to kind of get him to slow down a little bit. So I mean that's just my thought on that.
Yeah, going back to what Comeback 386 said, Bacon don't give. How many stars is that? That's like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what word is that, but I'm not gonna.
All right.
We need Bacon back in the lobby.
I already invited him, so interesting to know how I crashed, but you know, PC
man.
Tekken's great, guys.
You know what they say, Commander? What goes around comes around. It's the life cycle of Tekken 7 on both systems.
Best game, right, guys? Best game. All right, so let me see here.
Well, You know what they said? Uh, you can't enjoy a game without the bugs, just like how you can't enjoy the Mona Lisa without the wrinkle and like the aging of the oil painting.
Well then. All right, so let me see here.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay. All right, there we go. We're good. All right. So let me let these guys know. So once again, so the set still was it? So it's 3-0 or is it 4-0? Just to make sure.
It's
3-0, right?
3-0, yeah.
Okay. So he still has 2 more games to kind of get back into it. So I would say, if anything, like now would probably be the time to just like try anything. Just try anything. Get him to stay off of you. Find a way to initiate your offense. Like at the very least, just make him stop in his tracks. Like throw something out there and see what kind of sticks. So just
He can be
because you don't want to be steamrolled like that.
Yeah, he can be using a lot of down back threes, and I think I've seen Bacon like block drop kicks. I don't know if it's by accident. That's also not a bad choice because it crushes lows, highs, and mids animation. So it may be a choice worth thinking about.
Right. So as these guys ready up, I would actually kind of like to see. So Bacon's been playing pretty tight as well. Like, he's kept it very simple with like jab pressure. He's used some crouch dash threes, but maybe it's just time to maybe like throw some strings at him as well. You know, just kind of see just how much you can get away with as well. So now would probably be a good time to do it. You have 3 games. If he does something about it, you have some time to like, go back to what works. But now would also be a good time to just kind of throw some stuff out there. But, we'll see how this 4th game goes.
Also, another note: how different would you think Josie would be if she had Bruce's back one?
Uh, Probably not too different, honestly. Just because for Bruce, that was his counter hitting option, right? To kind of, that was one of his get off of me tools. Josie kind of has a lot of them already. Butterfly edge. She has a pretty good crushing hop kick. She has a pretty good DF2, even though it's been nerfed. She doesn't, and she has a Magic 4. So I don't think
Yeah.
back 2 really brings too much more to her game.
But yeah, going at what happened with that round, Bacon just happened to get the momentum, and he just managed to get a counter hit off of switch stance 1.
So sidestep DF2 gives him another launch to the wall. Goes for the Oki with switch stance 1 ender.
Oh, to the Wumplestu grab at the wall.
And he's going to get a combo off of this, but he drops it. Nice counter hit from Manners, finally getting some damage on the board. Rage drive, he decides to use it early.
Didn't get the whiff punish on the spring kick, though.
But these are the kind of things that Manners needs in order to get back into it.
I want to see Manners try to whiff punish a lot more with forward 2-1.
Yeah. Or at the very least, back 1-2, because it's a little bit tighter. He has a little bit more time to punish.
Nice. He's starting to use some high crush options.
So,
what is going on?
Full screen drop kick.
Dude, it's like a pinwheel. You can't get in.
Immaculate footsies. That's what I'm looking at right now. Counter hit back 1. Tell him to stop. Power bomb was for Oki. Rage drive decides to spend it early.
Back 1-2.
Stagger
into alley kicks.
Everything on counter hit.
Manners got around.
He's on the round. He's on the board, guys. This is it. Manners is ready to make this comeback. And with punish butterfly edge. Amazing combo. But yeah, to your point, right? I would like to see Manners use a lot more whip punishing, especially now, right? That clearly look at the disrespect happening. So
Yeah,
now's the time.
crouching in his face. He's trying to do slides when he's playing Josie.
Full
He's doing
screen butterfly edge. So now's the time to just like whiff punish and get free damage. He's not even doing full combos. He's not even doing full combos.
He thinks he's playing a slide character right now. Into the key charge.
Yeah, this is... See, he's running away with it. That's super disrespectful play. But if he's not stopping you, what can I really say to that? So, 4-0. I would hate for Manners to go out like this. So, hopefully he can, you know, get himself back in there.
Now, do we have, by any chance, is Afro gonna play in any of the FT5s? I would like to watch this Fang, like, playing one of the matches.
Pretty soon, you know, shoulder nudge for the chat here. We're gonna have mostly all of our commentators pretty soon be showing on the big screen here. So yes, pretty soon you will see Afro doing some of these first to fives. So just a little incentive for everybody in the chat to keep watching these sessions. You know, our good old commentators will be up there, vulnerable to the critique that they give others. So, just as a heads up, so who's on deck?
So next we have
Ryan V and 1,000 Red Lines.
And then Spirit and Psycho Crackdown, and for our last event we have Gil Game and Math. Or is it Math class or is it somebody else?
It is Math class, yeah.
Okay.
So we'll have finally a character that I get to talk about, and Ryan V playing Asuka. Like Ryan V wins, you know, 5-0, but no bias for me.
So I just got top secret Steam message information from the best Asuka in PA, Ryan V, the legend himself. He's gonna play really toxic against TRL. So let's see if TRL is up to the test.
If I don't see key charge tackle round 1, trash. But anyway, here it is. Last chance for Manners to put some respect into this man Bacon. So let's see if he can do it. 3-3.
Oh, and the forward 1, but didn't get the combo. He's been missing a lot of combos recently.
Leaving a lot of damage on the table, but he gets the generic 1 throw. This is what we need. This is what we've been telling Manners to do. So throw him again. Nice punish.
1-2-4. He's just getting hit. Nice float, but didn't get the combo.
So doesn't confirm the while standing 2-2 either. But you know what? Raw hop kick to
Bacon
the wall.
Just do a deal.
And I don't know what that hop kick was, but you know, hop kick fest.
You got the whiff punish though.
Ooh, he gets the ground throw. That's what I'm talking about. But the spring kick wins out in this situation. Down 4 to take it. Bacon 2 rounds away from closing it out in the set.
Ooh, got clipped by the back 1. Quick hook.
And that was a good trade in his favor. He has to be ready to confirm off of that. Hop kick again, raw.
Can you actually confirm forward 2-1? I don't see a lot of King players using that.
Forward 2-1? I'm not sure.
Because I know
Maybe
forward 2.
Hit?
Yeah, forward 2 by itself is like +2, I think.
Yeah, it's plus. But here we go. First chain throw, and he does nothing with it. And no punish on the hop kick either.
Nice punish on the wall standing 2-2. Didn't commit to the switch stance option.
Tries to interrupt the switch stance with rage drive. So just like in the last set, you know, you don't really want to challenge Josie once she already transitions into switch stance because she has 3 counter hit launchers out of that stance, and a
Into
wall
the
splat.
chain throw, but he didn't quite get it.
So he's
I
still
was
getting some
I was
damage on the board, so that it's still a good start. Like he's still able to at least force Bacon to play a little passively, even if it's only for a few seconds. So that's what he needs to keep doing.
Butterfly just keeps whiffing.
And he's not punishing.
I think I've seen only lows now. Yeah, only lows.
Oh, and he rage arts. And he doesn't punish it. Why? Why are you doing this?
Dude, Bacon's toxic.
He is. And this jump back. Down 4 takes it.
Wait, what's the name of that Jin player from like East Coast who jumps back for like backdash movement?
I have no idea who plays like that, but
He uses
Alright.
up back 3 a lot.
oh, Ace Unlimited.